He was 5 when the first command hit like a hammer to the chest. Tears on his cheeks, tiny hands shaking, and the voice above him cut the air like a blade. Stop crying. And something inside him shrank. Something soft curled up and hid like a small animal cornered with nowhere left to run. Then came the next blow. Man up, sharper than the first. He didn't know what it meant, only that whatever he was, it wasn't allowed to exist. So he welded together a helmet of silence, one that fit far too tightly for a child's head. Words piled up like stones after that, cold, heavy, unarguable, don't speak. So he forged a chest plate thick enough to muffle every truth he ever wanted to shout, don't cry. So he lifted a shield big enough to block every feeling he never learned how to name, don't feel. And that was the final nail, the one that sealed the armor shut around him like a coffin he was forced to walk around in. And they clapped for him, they praised him. Look how tough he is, nothing gets to him. Such a strong kid, none of them saw the way his little shoulders shook the moment he turned away. He grew up inside metal that never stopped tightening. Couldn't cry, couldn't breathe, couldn't let anyone in. Everyone called him strong, well he learned how to disappear in plain sight. And the arrow stopped years ago, but the armor never did. Now it's not protection, it's a prison he sleeps in, a curse he never asked for, a weight he never knew how to set down. He tried to love once, someone gentle, someone patient, but when they reached for him, their fingers only touched steel. He stood there wanting to say, I'm scared, wanting to say, please stay, wanting to say anything, but the words hit the walls he built as a child and died before they reached the air. He laughed at the right times, nodded when he was supposed to, performed okay, like it was a script he was raised on. But when he went home, the silence echoed against the metal inside him and reminded him he was alone by design. People said, you've got it all together. He never complained. You're so independent, and he smiled, because that's all he was ever allowed to do. Grew up inside armor meant for battles long gone. Every hug bounced off him, every feeling echoed like screams in an empty hall. And everyone called him strong, while he quietly suffocated under the weight. The arrow stopped years ago, but the armor stayed welded to his skin. What once kept him safe now cages every part of him that still tries to live. Sometimes he wonders who he might have become if someone had said, it's okay to cry, it's okay to hurt, you don't have to be stronger than you are. But nobody ever did, so he learned to lie with a smile, learned to exist without living, learned to stand tall while breaking quietly. One night he sits on the edge of his bed, hands gripping sheets like they're the only thing tethering him to earth. His breath trembles, the armor groans, and for the first time in decades a single crack forms, small, fragile, almost invisible. Then another, and another. A tear slips out, hot and shaken, and lands on the steel. It sizzles like water on fire. He stares, he realizes the lock was never on the outside. He was holding it closed himself, because no one ever taught him he could do anything else. Didn't choose this armor, but now he's learning how to loosen it. One tear at a time, one truth at a time, one breath at a time. He's learning that strength isn't silence, it's softness without fear. And as the metal finally starts to fall away, he whispers into the quiet, I was never meant to live in a prison.